Hi everyone! Welcome back to another Animal Crossing Pocket Camp video. So in today's video I thought we'd do something a bit different to usual, and I thought of this really fun idea where I use a random word generator to decide my campsite design. And I was actually really inspired by a lot of the Sims YouTubers I watch. I see a lot of Sims YouTubers make content like creating a build using random packs, and they have like a generator that chooses random expansion packs for them, or just setting a random number generator decide how much money they can spend in one room. And I thought that that sort of style of videos would be really fun for Animal Crossing, but I didn't really feel like removing an entire area of my island for just like terraforming for videos, because I'm genuinely working really hard on my island on New Horizons, and I don't want to just have an entire area destroyed and empty just for a YouTube video, because that would just make me sad every time I'm near it and it's like empty or just ruined in some way. So, I should probably say the random word generator I used, I chose a noun and an adjective, and they gave us ordinary and childhood, which I thought went together so well because that means I can just make a very childish, I guess kidcore, that's a new thing that people are talking about, I guess a kidcore campsite. I filmed this quite a while back, but basically at first I was just chucking in any sort of furniture that reminded me of my childhood or kids in some way. Like as you can see, I added the rocking horse, I was adding any like cutesy family style items like this Isabel table, and you know, anything that just reminded me of my childhood. The colours of the Isabel table really remind me of my childhood because we have a dining room table in my house that's this exact shade of wood in Animal Crossing. It looks so cute, and yeah, I mainly was just trying to chuck anything down that could be used to make a ordinary childhood area. So I really wasn't sure what I was going for at first. I didn't want to base too much of it off of my own childhood because I wouldn't say I had the most ordinary childhood, but I mainly just wanted to make something, you know, that you'd see it and go, oh, that's a nice childhood family place. I don't know. So yeah, I thought this would be really fun for Animal Crossing because Animal Crossing and The Sims are very similar, that they're to do with creating, and I haven't seen anyone in the Animal Crossing community make any videos like this. I'm thinking of doing this in New Horizons as well, but with maybe room decorating. I could do it in Harvey's Island. I could do random word generator decides our room decoration in there. I would also really like to do it in the cabin in Pocket Camp. But yeah, I thought starting off in Pocket Camp would be really simple and easy because decorating your campsite is only a tiny little area and it doesn't take too long to do. And also I was reminiscing about my old Animal Crossing Pocket Camp videos, you know, like where we decorated it for autumn time and winter time. And I realised I didn't make any of these for summertime because summertime just doesn't really inspire me that much. What would I make? Just like a beach campsite? I can't really do that without spending leaf tickets either, because you have to have leaf tickets to get the beach terrain. And as you can see, I'm placing kitty furniture down because kitty furniture is just perfect for this, don't you think? I was gonna go for a very like kitty themed like entire campsite, because not only is the kitty themed furniture literally based off like kids furniture, but just seeing it reminds me of being a kid because the villager Bob would have this furniture in his house. And I remember having Bob in Wild World and just being like, I just thought that his house looked so cool. And I just remember, obviously the first time I ever saw the kitty furniture was when I was a child. So just seeing it just makes me feel nostalgic. And I really wanted to create a nostalgic feeling in the campsite. As you can see, I was just plopping down like Hello Kitty stuff, teddy bears, and different colour variations of kitty furniture. I really am just like chucking everything down at the moment because I have no specific idea of what I was going to do, since I just had the words ordinary and childhood. You know, it wasn't too specific, so I could basically do whatever I wanted. I also saw these school items, but I actually went off of that idea at the end. At one point I was going to make an entire school, maybe like a kindergarten type school place or like a primary school. I don't know what Americans call primary school. What do you call that? Middle school? I have no idea. You guys will have to let me know. But yeah, I went off that idea because I didn't want childhood to be school, you know, because if we ever did another one of these and we got the word school, it would just be the same. And when I think of childhood, I don't really like to think of school. I like to think of other fun things. Like as you can see, I was putting down playground items because when I was younger I'd spend a lot of time in playgrounds. I'm sure you guys would too. And yeah, I really just wanted to create something cozy and lovely. I thought that we were so lucky with the words we got. I actually filmed another one of these in Pocket Camp and I'm not sure whether I'll be uploading it or not. You guys will have to let me know whether you enjoyed this video or not. If you did, then I'll upload the other one I recorded. But we were really lucky with the next random word generator we got as well. And so as you can see, I placed down this polka dot TV, but I actually changed my mind later on and went with a retro TV because as much as the polka dot TV kind of matches like the kiddie furniture and all that, it didn't feel like my childhood TV because when I was younger we had this massive box television, and I remember sitting right in front of it and watching it with my siblings, like watching Disney movies on video and stuff. And the retro TV reminds me of that TV the most because we used to have it in this like wooden cabinet. Yeah, so I eventually went with the retro TV. I also decided to get rid of a lot of the kiddie furniture in the end, which I'm sure you're probably thinking, why would you do that? That's literally kid themed furniture. But I decided I wasn't going to make a room for a child, and instead I decided to make a room for a family, and that would just remind me of when I was a child. So as you can see at the moment, I just have a ton of furniture, and I'm going through it right now, just like getting rid of things that I don't need, trying to move around the placement of things. I tried to get that cardboard game as well. I think it's supposed to be like Amiibo Festival, because I used to play a lot of board games with my sister when I was younger. And basically I'm just moving everything around. I had this idea to create a family home on the left side. What we're trying to do is create like a kitchen and a dining room at the top of the campsite, and at the bottom we're going to have the living room. Yeah, I really wanted something that reminded me of coming home from school and being all cozy indoors with my family. I really like the pom-pom purin chair. I just think it's so cute, and as much as I don't like Isabel that much, I think the Isabel table was really perfect for this. I noticed as well that the Easter rug I'm using just kind of, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. As much as the colours kind of matched, it felt kind of strange, so I eventually get rid of that. I think I replace it with a polka dot rug, and I make it seem really warm and cozy. Yeah, I think this idea for videos is super fun because it might not make for the most aesthetically pleasing campsite. It might not make for, you know, a campsite I would personally have, or, you know, I might not be able to do much with what I have, but I just think it's so fun to just have to make something out of these two words and, you know, try to figure it out with what I have. I know I don't have a lot of furniture that a lot of people would have used, but I tried to do what I could with what I have. And so as you can see, I've made like this little living room, kitchen, dining room area over here, and as you can see, I'm changing the rug now because I thought the rug was kind of, I don't know, it was just throwing me off. I also hadn't unlocked the brown bear yet. I filmed this before I filmed my campsite tour where I went to your guys' campsites, and I was amazed by that big brown teddy bear. I do have that item now. I got it from Blue Bear, but yeah, I didn't have that yet, so I'm using this like yellow teddy bear, which I actually think fits really well. And on this right side, I'm sure you can tell what I'm doing, but I'm trying to make a kids play park on the right. So it's like that you walk out of your family home and into the kids play park, which is basically what a lot of my childhood felt like in a way. It's like school, home, the park, and playing video games and reading and things like that, all my hobbies at home. In my childhood town, we don't have a very big park. We just have this like one park, and it has this really big slide on a hill that I have such vivid memories of climbing up and going down, and I have some really happy memories in that park. But we didn't have much in it growing up. We did have this like, I don't know whether it's called the same thing in America, but it's called a roundabout here, and it's basically loads of chairs where you sit on it and then it spins round and round. We had a really old one. It was like a globe shape. It would go up and down, round and round, and my older sister actually got trapped in one of the chairs. Every time I went when I was younger, there was this one chair that had been broken and like re-put back together, and I always knew that it was because my sister got trapped in it one time. They actually redid the park quite a few years back, and they gave the kids like a new roundabout. It's not like a broken, gross one anymore. Yeah, the park is a lot better now, but we don't have many parks because my town is so tiny. I only have this one park to base this off of, but you know, I know what parks look like, so I'm trying my best with it. And yeah, I really like that I got to use items I wouldn't normally use when decorating my campsite. Like, I'd never put the bike on my campsite or the playground stuff or anything because it's just not my style. I never even use these sort of items in New Horizons. I know a lot of people made like a park, but I never did that because I don't know, I just didn't really want a park. Maybe I will sometime. I know that a lot of people make them for like the kiddie style villages, you know, the ones that seem like babies. For me, I was thinking of getting rid of Lyman and replacing him with Rudy because Rudy really reminds me of my cat in real life, and I checked online what Rudy's house looks like on the inside, and he has like a really childish house. So I was thinking if I ever get Rudy, maybe I could give him some like kid style items like the kiddie furniture stuff outside and the playground stuff. I think that he would really like that. But yeah, it's just coming to terms with getting rid of Lyman because I really don't want to get rid of him, but we just don't have enough space for the villages I want to have in New Horizons. Luckily, if I do miss my villages, I can have them in Pocket Camp though. I filmed this a while back, but I'm voicing it over after Ruby was added, and I couldn't be happier that Ruby was added. I love her so much, and I've been playing Pocket Camp for, wait, when did it come out? It came out like 2017, right? So it's been almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in October, I think, that I've been playing Pocket Camp, and they only just now added my favourite villager. And honestly, if you told me that I'd still be playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp after 3 years, like, I would not believe you, because it's just a mobile game and I've never really played a mobile game so addictively before in my life. But I just love Pocket Camp. I've definitely gone through stages where I just haven't played it at all, but my love for the game has definitely come back recently. I think decorating in it is so much fun. I think chatting to the villagers is fun. I think the graphics are adorable. I love that there's always something to do. Like, every single month, there's always something. Even if you don't like the items or the theme of that month, there's always the month after or the week after. There's always gyroid events, gardening events, fishing events, and sure, some people may say like, oh, it's just the same thing over and over, but it's so fun, and the things that it's repeating over and over are the main core elements of Animal Crossing: gardening, fishing, catching bugs. They're all such important elements to the Animal Crossing series, so I really love how Pocket Camp just gives us something new all the time. So as you can see now, I'm actually just changing the amenities because I thought these didn't fit so well. You wouldn't typically see a treehouse in a park here, especially in my area, so I was changing it to the little pipe park thing, so I thought that suited it better. And I'm changing the picnic table. I think I changed it to a tree or something. In the park in my town, we just have a lot of trees around it, and yeah, it's a pretty simple park, so that's all I had to go off really. And so now I'm messing around with the terrain and trying to see which one I like. I don't have many terrains, so I didn't have too much to go off of, but I knew I didn't want bamboo because you wouldn't typically see that in an English park. We don't really have bamboo. And yeah, I wanted to keep the same fence, and I wanted to add a deck too, so that you know this area is inside and the area on the right is on the outside. Though really they're both outside, but you know what I mean. And so that's pretty much it finished. So I'll do a little tour for you guys. Look how cozy and warm this area is over here. I love how warm it is. Like I said, this isn't typically something I would go for. I know it's not like the most amazing campsite. Like, if you visited it, you probably wouldn't be like, wow, this campsite is amazing. I do think that for the theme I had, that it came across really well. But you guys have to let me know whether you like it or not. Like I said, I personally wouldn't decorate my campsite this way, but I thought for the theme I had, it came across super cute. So I'll do a tour now. Over here we have the living room, dining room and kitchen. We have the ranch sofa, the retro TV and some magazines, lots of teddy bears for the kids to play with. We have a kiddie clock, some kids books on the kiddie bookcase. We went for a retro theme with the refrigerator and the TV, and the yellow and green teddy bear matches them all so well. Behind that we have that big tree in the park. Maybe it's someone's birthday or something, it looks like. We have all these candy and sweets here for the kids to eat, and in front of that we have the Pom Pom Purin chair, the board game, the ranch chair which matches the chair with the tree as well, which I thought tied it together really well. We also have some milk and some homework on the table, so maybe there's a baby in this household, or the kids just like to drink milk and they're doing their homework with their parents maybe. And behind that we have just a little plant to make it feel more homely and cozy. And on the right side we have this flower barrel and these 2 bikes to show that we're in a kids park. We have these stepping stones leading into the park, a picnic area, lots of bubbles to play with. You often see kids playing with bubbles. We have this slide and the playground thing machine, I don't even know what that's called, and these little tires to sit on, lots of wheat and grass to like section of the park. And behind that we have this pipe amenity which I think the kids would really enjoy playing in. And I used the flower terrain because I thought it just looked really lovely, and this is how it came out. You guys have to let me know what you think. So that's all for today guys. I know this was something different, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Let me know if you like this sort of video because I'd love to make more, whether it's in Pocket Camp or New Horizons or anything like that. I would really like to make more videos like this because it's super fun for me to create, and yeah, it's really fun just getting given a random word and having to create a campsite out of that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please do leave a like and subscribe, only if you want to though. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you on my next video. Bye!